for most of my life, I grew up thinking that doubt was a bad thing. And if you doubted, then you weren't a good follower of Jesus. In fact, I remember sermons, especially messages on that time when Jesus was walking on water and Peter saw him and said, if you're really Jesus, then call me to come walk towards you. And then Peter gets out of the boat and actually walks on water. But he only takes a few steps and he falls into the water. And Jesus helps him up and gets him back in the boat and says, why did you doubt, O you of little faith? And they always talked about how doubt was such a bad thing. But then I got into college and I started having my own doubts and my own questions. And I wondered if I was a bad follower of Jesus then, if I had doubt. But then I came across a passage in the Gospels that put things in a whole new perspective for me. And I'd like to share that with you. The moment is actually at the end of the Gospel, specifically the end of Matthew. And the passage is famous, but we usually don't talk about the few verses before that. Just to set the stage, Jesus has been on earth for his 33 and a half years. He's been in active ministry for 3.5 of those years, roughly, and he's traveled with these disciples for all of that time. He's performed miracles in front of them. He's walked on water in front of them. He's done all these things, but then he actually was arrested and tried, crucified, and buried, and then rose back to life. It was something that had never been seen or done before, and you can imagine that the disciples are having a bit of a hard time with that. In Matthew 28, right before the Great Commission, it says this, "Then the 11 disciples went to Galilee, to the mountain where Jesus had told them to go. When they saw him, they worshipped him, but some doubted." Now after that, it says that Jesus came to them and said, "All authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me. Therefore go and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit, and teaching them to obey everything I have commanded you. And surely I am with you always, to the very end of the age." What's interesting is that Jesus doesn't say anything about their doubt. He obviously knows they're doubting, but he just says, go and make disciples. It makes me think that maybe doubt and faith go together. Maybe they live in tension. I mean, how else do you have answers unless you've asked questions? So maybe it's okay to have a little bit of doubt. Maybe in the doubt, God sends us out still and says that I'll be with you even when you're not sure that I'm with you. So doubt is a tough thing. Maybe you've got your own questions. If you want to take some time and write some of those out now, we'd certainly love to respond to those. Or if you want to chat more, then stop by the office, send us an email, or comment on the end of this video and let us know what your thoughts are. We'll chat some more.